And welcome back to Sharin No Kuni. And last time we found out that Hoizuki actually was the killer of his father, and how it was possible for him to survive and avoid the maximum punishment. And we know now that our last specimen, well, specimen is maybe a little bit of a hard word, but I think we have to, what was it called? Oh god, I can't think of the word right now. Rehabilitate his sister? Is that even possible? If someone gets the maximum punishment, is it then even possible to be rehabilitated? I don't know, but for now, Nakchan's turn should be upon us. And we should be finally in chapter 3. Wait, did it even show this time that chapter 3 started officially? I mean, I saw the picture of Nakchan, but it didn't say chapter 3 if I remember correctly. It had been 2 days since I had left Toka's house. The sun beating down upon me was finally beginning to weaken. Natsumi was the only rehability remaining. I had just received my orders from Pups. I was heading to Natsumi's room to begin her supervision. I didn't want to waste a single second in becoming a special high-class individual. And yet I had been standing in front of her door for 5 minutes. I can understand why. I mean, she was more or less your childhood love, and I totally blindly just stepped over it. Just one more. Just one more. Hinata Natsumi, huh? What point was there in continuing to dwell on the past? I was going to become a high-class individual. I forced myself to get it together by knocking on the door. I took a deep breath. Good morning, Nakchan. What a great day we are having, huh? There was no response. Nakchan? Nakchan, Nakchan, Nakchan. A lot of dots. It reminded me of the first time I had visited her. Hey, it's me. It's Kenichi. Nakchan. Gong. Okay, the door flew open, slamming against my head in the process. Wait, you can only open the door in this direction. You can't open the door in this direction. That's basically implied by this. You can't open those doors from the outwards. You can only open it inwards. It was not possible for him to hit his head. Ow! That feels kinda good though.
Morita-san?
Oh man, you actually answered the door. Awesome.
朝からどうしたんですか?
What are you doing here this early in the morning? Well, at the very least, she did not appear to be ignoring me on purpose. On the other hand, I wasn't exactly welcome here either. Don't you think standing around is a bit tiresome? Let's talk inside.
中で話すんですか?
Talk inside? Sorry for barging in on you like this. I entered Natsumi's room without waiting for a reply. If I hadn't taken the initiative, we would have ended up just wasting time. Come on, don't be so reserved. Take a seat.
はい。
Damn, it was her own home. She didn't have to act like she was attending a funeral.
もしかして、森田さんが来たってことは。
So, your coming here means that... Yep, Toka's obligation has been cancelled.
そうですか。大根さんも さっちゃんもやっぱりすごいです。
I see. Both Oni-san and Sak-chan. They really are amazing.
よかったです。
It's good. Was that all she had to say? I'm sure you're aware of this already, but you will be under my supervision once again, Nak-chan. Starting today, I a pleasure doing business with you.
はい、いろいろご迷惑をおかけすると思いますが、よろしくお願いします。
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, even though I'm going to cause you trouble. She bowed politely to me without making eye contact. Seeing her act like this was tearing me up inside. Man, you need to ease up. Come on, we are friends, right?
はあ、
Yeah, okay. Were you cooking earlier? It took you a while to answer the door. I could smell miso soup at least.
はい。
Yes. So, are we going to have one of those situations? Morita-san, if it's not too troublesome, would you like to eat together? You know, something heartwarming like that?
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. I guess I'm pretty annoying in the mornings.
本当にそうですね。
You really aren't. You really are, aren't you? In other words, I was really annoying. Wow, what a nice thing to say. There was a lull in our conversation. Suddenly, Natsumi spoke up. Her lips were pursed and her eyelids were twitching.
やっぱり苦手ですね。
I'm really not suited for this, am I? And that palm of hers was clenched tightly shut. Chapter 4: The Palm of One's Hand. Perfect, I was waiting for that. Hinata Natsumi. I had her record in front of my eyes. Reading it brought forth nothing but misery. First, both of her parents had been sent to a concentration camp. Great. They were both accused of crimes related to the uprising 7 years ago. Anyway, regarding the circumstances of her obligation, 4 years ago, a man named Sakuma Takamichi had her hold before the courts. Okay. The Sakuma family was one of the wealthiest landowners in town. Hearing their name was pretty uncommon now, but 4 years ago they were so prosperous that they owned large amounts of land both here and in the city. As for the details of Sakuma Takamichi's accusation, I couldn't believe my eyes. Natsumi had... God damn it, this shit pissed me off. Well, I suppose you could summarize her charges as illicit sexual relations and fraud. Illicit sexual relations and fraud? Wait, what does illicit mean? Illicit is a word that I can't connect. Illicit, there we go. What? Illegal sexual relations? So she was more or less a prostitute? And a fraud. Oh! Oh, okay, I knew this word. Scam. I know the scam or cheating. So she... Illicit sexual relations. Illegal sexual relations? So yeah, basically a prostitute and betrayal. Of fraud or scam or cheating on someone. According to Sakuma Takamichi, she had tried to extort large sums of money from his son using her sexual wiles. His sexual what now? Why is this in the world I don't know? Oh, it's like a trick. Sexual tricks on him. To Sakuma, she had tried to extort large sums of money from his son using her sexual wiles. The trial had resulted in the plaintiff's victory. No matter how you looked at it, it had to be a false charge. It was obvious if you looked at the details. For example, the length of her custody was extended several times for trivial reasons. Natsumi's forced confession had been the deciding factor in the court's imposition of an obligation upon her. Anyway, it would seem that a number of different high-class individuals had supervised Natsumi over the years. The evaluations of her had been mostly similar. She was well behaved, a straight A student, and exceedingly polite. At first glance, she did not seem to be the sort of individual who would bear an obligation. However, on occasion she would exercise impropriety in front of me. For example, she had a bad habit of crying rather easily, and she would occasionally shift her gaze upward to stare at you. Considering that she was also very attractive, there was a possibility that she could end up tempting a man, whether inadvertently or purposely. Therefore, it would be prudent to monitor her for a while longer before cancelling her obligation. Man, aren't they just being too self-conscious? Natsumi had led a life of avoiding people. I suppose that could have attracted people in and of itself, though. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if quite a few people were curious about the girl who looked so sad all the time. At any rate, I would just have to see how things went for now. Okay, so finally we know what it is, and okay, the result was kinda boring, but you could foresee that it was a false charge. I mean, I can see her trying to seduce a man to extract money from him. She doesn't look like that kind of girl at all. And from what we saw of her in the past and all that, I wouldn't even really believe that. Anyway, I would just have to see how things went for now. I got the impression that Natsumi herself did not possess any particular desire to cancel her obligation. That said, I really wanted to free her as soon as possible. How can you convince someone to work for canceling an obligation if they don't want to? The memories of our time together as children now served only to torment me. Ken-chan. Would she still call me that 7 years later? What? I think she would. I lay down on the floor and carefully observed Natsumi. She didn't speak a word. Boring. Couldn't take the silence any longer. I stood up. Nak-chan, let's go outside. Come on, right now. I'm gonna turn into a mob if I keep lying around like this. She dozed off again. No, not huh. Do you really find staring at a wall that enjoyable? Come on, let's do something else.
そうですね。
I guess. Well, duh. Anyway, let's ditch this joint.
そうですね。
Yes? Hells yeah! Okay, so where should we go?
どこか出かけるんですか?
She didn't listen. She just responded unconsciously. Huh? Are you going somewhere? Dot.
いってらっしゃい。
Have a safe trip. She went back to staring at the wall. No, I almost thought I had her figured out. I guess she's a tougher nut to crack than I thought. But I would not give up. Resignation was defeat. Nakchan, let's play Shiritori. Did I spit there? No, okay. Super special, awesome Shiritori. Whatever that is. Please explain me.
頑張ってください。
Have fun? He said he wants to play it with you! Oh, did I ditch my microphone? Hey, you can't play Shiritori by yourself. Let's do it together. Wow, she's absolutely excited about it. And I'll go first. Apple. What is... I think you explained it in a former video before. But that? Hey, Earth to Nakchan? Come on, come in, Nakchan.
何がですか?
Yes, what is it? We're playing Shiritori.
いきなり何ですか?
What are you talking about? She looked at me, alarmed. You know, we were playing Shiritori, right?
私に遠慮しないで始めてください。
Don't worry about me. Just go on ahead. No, you see, we kind of have to cooperate in order to play Shiritori.
そうですか。じゃあ頑張ってください。
Is she playing super dumb right now? I see. Have fun then. So, you're one of those kids who doesn't listen to anything other people say, eh? It looked like even just establishing a rapport with her was going to require some serious effort on my part. I can't believe that she's so hard to deal with. She stirred faintly. Oh, you're going to go outside?
眠くなりました。
I'm a little sleepy. She sluggishly trudged over to her futon and slipped into it.
森田さん、おやすみなさい。
Good night, Morita-san. Good night. Natsumi just about went into rigor mortis inside of the futon. Nakchan, are you asleep already?
いえ、じーっとしてるのが疲れなくていいんです。
No, I'm not worn out. I just wanted to lie down for a bit. You're gonna get fat if you keep that up, you know?
太ってもいいですから。
It doesn't matter if I get fat. What about your studies then?
勉強ですか?
Studies? She slowly got out of the futon. Alright, let's study! We'll go over the material from before the break.
はあ、漢字の勉強でもしましょうか?
Shall we study some kanji? Sounds good to me. I think kanji are the Japanese letters, or more or less the way of writing that? I don't know. But isn't it a little bit late to learn kanji? I mean, she's already in what school? High school? Preschool? No, not preschool, but she's in some sort of school and she's an adult, so the school... Why would you need to learn kanji still? Oh, whatever. Maybe I'm mixing it up with something.
じゃあ、漢字の読みの問題を出します。
Alright, then I ask some kanji reading questions. Alright.
季節の春に
What do you get when you add the character for sleep? Sleep? Sleep. Gotcha.
眠るという字を足すと
Oh, to the word spring. Oh, that would be read as shunmin, right? It comes from sleeping comfortably on a warm spring night, if I remember correctly.
あ、そうなんですか?
Oh, that's kanji, the combination of words which gives it a new meaning. Huh, really? Huh? She had asked me a question she didn't even know the answer to. Well, whatever. Give me the next one.
じゃあ敏感の瓶に
Alright, what do you get when take the bin from bin can and add it to...
敏感の缶
Can from bin can. The answer to that would be bin can. You kind of just said it.
そうですか。なんだか疲れますね。
Oh, is that so? I guess I'm kind of tired. Come on.
またにしましょう。
We can do this some other time. Maybe she was doing it on purpose, just to make fun of me? If this kept up, I was gonna die from chronic depression. Oh my. I guess I might as well grab a smoke. Not like I have anything better to do right now. It wouldn't do to smoke inside of a room at least. Natsumi was back to spacing out when I returned. And so I continued attempting to have a conversation with her. Nak-chan, we are sure having some nice weather, aren't we?
そうですね。
I guess so. You think it'll be nice and sunny tomorrow too? If it is, then we can go out into the garden and put up our parasols. Don't you think it's fun to get a little taste of southern living every now and then?
そうですね。
I guess so. Nak-chan, are you interested in travel? You know, I've actually been to the south myself.
ええ。
She has perfected the art of sleeping conversation. She could hear me just fine. The problem was that she wasn't listening to me. Ugh. You know, I was starting to go in circles here. I was just about out of topics to discuss. She wasn't purposely ignoring me either. She was genuinely spacing out. What's up?
いえ、喉が渇いたなぁと、それだけのつまらないことなんです。
It's nothing. I'm just a bit thirsty. No, something trivial. That's not something trivial.
森田さんも飲みますか？
Do you want something to drink as well, Marita-san? Yeah, sure. I'm kinda thirsty myself.
お茶ですよ。
It'll be tea. Tea? Well, that's pretty simple.
お茶です。お茶はいいですよね。心が落ち着きますよね。
It's tea. Tea's nice, isn't it? It really helps you settle down. She is way more odd than I anticipated her to be. She looked pretty drowsy. True enough. Hey, did you know that tea is an integral part of Japanese culture?
和とか苦手ですけど。
Oh, I'm not really good with Japanese stuff. Oh yeah, Japan is a fictional world in this world. She shuffled off into the kitchen to make some tea. You know that thing about dying of loneliness? Well, you get to see it firsthand. I presented that my finger is a pipe and take a hit from it. So far I haven't gotten any results. She just tries to avoid or ignore me. However, I'm sure I can win her trust if I just keep at it. Mutter. Seriously though, I'm probably gonna end up muttering to myself quite a bit at this rate. Come on, pay attention to me. I threw myself onto the floor and started flailing my lips wildly.
新しい遊びですか？
Oh, is that a new game? If you consider making dust fly everywhere a game, then yes, it is.
はあ、ダイナミックですね。
Oh, sounds dynamic. Not exactly. I'm actually just bored. Care to join me?
え、何がですか？
Join what? Why, you little... Listen to what I'm saying.
お茶です。どうぞどうぞ。熱々で美味しいです。
Oh, here's the tea. Help yourself. It's piping hot and delicious. She set the cups down on the table. Not listening, are we? Zip zip. The two of us zipped our tea in silence. Zip zip. Maybe the tea was too hot for her? She drank it extremely slowly and carefully. Now and then she would look vaguely happy. Hey Nekchan, why don't we have a little conversation while we tackle this tea?
何か言いました？
Did you say something? Dot.
ごめんなさい。何ですか？
I'm sorry. What was it? No, I didn't say anything.
そうですか。
I see. It was becoming harder and harder to believe that she wasn't doing this on purpose.
さて、そろそろ私は。
Well, I guess it's about time to... A walk? It's time for a walk, isn't it? Oh man, I never thought I'd get so excited about going for a walk! Take me on a walk!
おやすみなさい。
Good night. Natsumi lay down in her futon once more. Sleep already?
今日はもう眠れそうです。でもきっとすぐに起きます。私は小動物みたいなものですから。
I should be able to fall asleep soon. I'll wake up pretty quickly though. I am like a small animal. Well, there's actually an animal that gathers food for I don't know, for weeks, and then it goes to sleep, and just after 5 seconds it is awake again and acting like it had 8 hours of sleep and more. Yep, but I don't... Oh, pardon me. I don't think that applies to humans. So you sleep a little bit at a time, huh? I didn't know if Natsumi was asleep or if she was just ignoring me. Regardless, I received no response. Natsumi woke up again only 10 minutes later.
おはようございます。
Good morning. She bowed to the wall. I guess she was a little out of it. She stared at the wall for a while, then slipped out of her futon. Maybe she was going to fix some more tea? I observed her. She seemed to have realized something. What's wrong, Nakchan?
お花に水をあげてませんでした。
I didn't water the flowers. She disappeared into the kitchen. Water the flowers? Natsumi carried in a cute little watering can and proceeded to water the flowers. She showed just a hint of enjoyment. Nakchan, Nakchan.
何ですか？
What is it? Do you like flowers?
いえ、別に。
No, not really. Why do you have flowers then? You look pretty happy watering them though.
だからって好きじゃないです。
That doesn't mean that I like them. Well, putting aside the questions of whether she liked flowers or not, one thing was for sure. She hated me. It kind of hurt, to be honest. Nakchan, I bet you're the kind of person who secretly dislikes a lot of things, right?
はい。嫌いなこと多いです。
Yes. Oh god, my voice is giving out. Yes, there are many things that bother me. She stated something so negative so casually. Then, is there any particular celebrity who you dislike? As I'm sure you know, one of these basics of conversations is speaking ill of someone else.
そういうのはさすがに。
No, I can't say that. It's okay, we'll be sure to bleep it out.
おすぎと子です。
Abbott and Costello. I don't know if I got him right, but Costello, I guess it is. Sorry, I think I messed up. It was pretty obvious.
何を言ってるんですか？
What are you talking about? No, really, I'm sorry.
お水やるの続けていいですか？
Can I continue with the watering now? Yeah, just make sure you don't give them too much, alright? I think this joke was going over my head, if it was even a joke, or if it was just an odd thing to say. Natsumi took another cat nap after she finished watering the plants. I went into the kitchen and took a look at the watering can. Watering the flowers. There was still quite a bit of water left in the watering can. I checked the plants. She hadn't even come close to giving them enough. She was probably planning on repeating this quite a few times. The person I was today could do nothing more than attempt to hold a one-sided conversation with her. But I was grateful for the fact that I could do even that. I would just have to keep on talking to her until I got through.
もうすぐできますので。
It'll be done soon. Natsumi was preparing dinner in the kitchen. Man, it had been a while since I had home-cooked food. It had been either canned food or boxed lunches with Sachi and Toga.
はい、森田さんの分です。
Here's your portion, Morita-san. Thanks.
冷めないうちに食べちゃってください。
Please, eat it before it gets cold. Yeah, I was going to, but... I looked across the table, but I didn't find what I was searching for. This is my portion, right?
はい。
Then where's yours?
私の分は必要ありませんから。
I do not need a portion. You don't need any?
はい。
Yes? I thought you skipped lunch too, though.
ダイエット中ですから。
Well, I'm on a diet right now. That's not how diets works. Diet means not to eat nothing. Diet means to not eat too much and to exercise. What the fuck? Really?
ですです。
Yes, yes. I examined her body. Subtly, of course. Judging by her proportions, a diet was just about the last thing she needed. She needs some more food. I couldn't judge that well since she was sitting down, but I was pretty certain that she was free of any physical problems. Well, excluding that extreme stoop of hers. Is she talking about her breasts? Ah, well, she could correct that with a bit of effort anyway. Wait, okay, it's not the breast. Now I want to know what stoop means. Okay, let's see. Stoop. Whoops. This. Okay. Excluding that extreme stoop of hers. Okay. Wait. This is something I have myself, I think. To debase oneself, to degrade oneself? Oh, that's a little bit too grim, I guess. maybe this. To dip, to lean, to tilt. Basically have a round back. The typical problem of every gamer is that you put your head way too much forward and then you have a hunchback or something like that. In any case, I was actually of the opinion that she needed to eat a bit more. I'm gonna ask this just in case, okay? Surely you must have had enough ingredients to make more than one portion?
そんなことないですよ。ちゃんと冷蔵庫に入ってます。
No, that isn't the case. I have plenty in the refrigerator. I had figured as much. Okay, well, I understand that you're on a diet and all, but I think it'd be best if you ate.
お腹空いてないので。
I am not hungry. Come on, that ain't healthy. And food tastes better when it's eaten with someone else. And you'll get all dizzy and start feeling bad if you keep starving yourself like this. Gotta make sure you get the proper amount of iron and all. Even if you're not hungry, can't you at least try eating something light? I sounded like I was lecturing her, didn't I? So, will you eat something?
食べないです。
I won't.
私のことは気にしないで食べてください。
Don't worry about me. Just eat. Yeah, but I want us to eat dinner together. Do you understand what I mean?
ああ。でも私はお腹空いてないので。
But I'm not hungry, so...
ダイエットもしたいですし、だから遠慮せず食べてください。
And I'm on a diet too, so please don't worry about me. Just eat. Natsumi was a bit hard-headed, wasn't she? I see. Well, I guess I can't force you.
気持ちだけ受け取っておきます。どうもどうもです。
I do appreciate your sentiments. Thank you very much. She really was trying to avoid me. Itadakimasu! Munch, munch. Munch, munch, munch. Dot. You know...
はい。
Yes? Can't we at least talk some?
はあ。
I give up on eating together, but can't we at least have a little conversation? I'll pick the topic, okay? You can just go with the flow.
はあはあ。
Do you understand what I'm saying? We're gonna play catch with words.
ええ、キャッチボールは得意でした。
Yes, yes, I'm good at playing catch. Ah, I see. You always were pretty good at athletics, weren't you?
ゆっくり噛んで食べてくださいね。
Make sure you chew your food properly when you eat. Huh, you really march to the beat of a different drummer, Nak-chan. Natsumi went to sit in the corner of the room. Apparently, she had had quite enough out of me. She simply stared down at the floor in silence until I finished eating. I tried looking her way a few times, but she never even attempted to return my gaze. In the end, I really wasn't able to enjoy Natsumi's home-cooked meal. Wow, that's sad. I had finished eating and clearing off the table. I decided to give it the old college try once more. Nak-chan! Nak-chan!
はい。
Yes? Wanna play cards?
ごめんなさい。トランプ持ってないんです。
Sorry, I don't have any cards. It's okay, I have some. I reached for my Duralumin case.
ごめんなさい。今日はちょっと疲れてるので。
Sorry, I'm a little tired today. Dot. Tired? Do you feel ill?
いえ、 森田さんが気になさるほどではないので。
No, it's nothing you need to worry about, Monita-san. So, what you're telling me to play solitaire all by my lonesome?
ですです。
Yes, yes. She responded without a trace of hesitation. Maybe just talking to me put a strain on Natsumi. What is wrong with her? Night had fallen. Natsumi and I were sleeping in separate futons. I was silently gazing at her back. How could I get Natsumi to open herself up to me? How could I get back the Natsumi who had laughed innocently amid the sunflowers? Something about this job was very different than my previous two. Perhaps it was the fault of those memories which still tormented me. There's no way I could have forgotten, right? Natsumi rolled in over her sleep. She was now facing me. With her eyes shut, I could catch a glimpse of the innocence which had so defined the Hinata Natsumi I had once known. Why was the Natsumi of the present living like this? She wasn't chasing after a dream like Sachi was. She didn't desire to stay by someone's side like Tooka did. There were too many things I didn't understand. She refused to set foot out of her room. Her sleeping schedule was odd, to say the least. She watered her flowers just enough that they didn't die. She fed her body just enough that it didn't die. Summer comes, the wind blows, it gets hotter. I attend school every day. Is there anything for me here? Because even if Ken-chan comes back, he'll... After seeing what I've become while bearing this obligation, he'll definitely hate me. I felt as if I had realized something. 'Twas a muddled answer brought about by intuition, but 'twas an answer nonetheless. The answer to the question of what Natsumi desired, and the answer to the question of what I desired. We were a futon apart, and that was the distance I would be forced to keep from her. I stared at her sleeping face. Did she notice me because she was sleeping so lightly? She slowly opened her gorgeous eyes. Our eyes met.
森田さん。
Yo. She shot her head in the other direction, terrified. It never ceased to pain my heart.
なんですか?
What is it? Sorry, I was watching you sleep. Oh god, that sounds so creepy. Well, actually, it's not that creepy. I blurted out a stupid answer without thinking about it.
怖い。
It's just scary. Nak-chan?
なんだか怖い。
It's scary. She shut her eyes firmly and faced away from me. Scary? I'm scary? My chest tightened. I turned away from Natsumi, seeking to escape the feeling welling up within me. Throughout the day, I had felt as if time had stopped. Nonetheless, the day had reached its end. Alright, going to leave this episode right here. This was a really odd episode, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Leave a like if you did, and I will hopefully see you, most importantly, in the next episode. Stay tuned.